again and welcome to Never Thought to Ask, the Senior Narratives. The podcast where we learn from our elders with some fun Never Thought to Ask questions. I'm here today with Pirihira Wakefield. Welcome to the show. Hello, Auntie.
Hi, boy.
How are you today?
Yeah, I'm chilling. I'm pretty good, thank you.
She was a whole bundle of nerves before. I tell you what, she looks cool as a cucumber right now. Alright, let's get started. She's got her fans, so now she's cool as. Alright, let's get started. Okay, we'll start with your family and growing up. Whereabouts were you born? Who were your parents? Got some family? Kids, brothers, sisters?
I was born in Waipawa, little country place, but I'm actually from a little village called Porangahau on the Central Hawke's Bay.
Central Hawke's Bay. Who are your parents? Did you have brothers and sisters?
I have, yes. Well, my parents are Araraina. She was a Lewis before she married my father, Frosty Wakefield, or everyone knew him as Frosty, but his real name is Ian Wakefield. My mother's from Ngāti Kahungunu, which is Tahoke, by Hastings, and my dad is Ngaitahu, yeah.
South Island.
South Island, yeah, that's where my grandfather's from, the South Island. I have 3 sisters here and 3 sisters in New Zealand, and my brother.
Okay, moving on from there, what is your earliest memory?
Probably my upbringing. I had humble upbringings, very humble. A bit pohara. But I can honestly say we were never without food on the table. We were always warm. But yeah, that's pretty stuck in my head, how we survived our humble upbringing.
Oh, look at that. Did you have any nicknames growing up?
Whoa, yeah, could name a few things. We won't get into the nitty gritty, but my first name was, and I know where it comes from, when anybody says it, I know where that person is from, and was Priscilla. Now, I'm really not happy with that name. I don't like it. I don't know why. I just don't like it. But everybody in Porangahau knows me as Priscilla. Okay, so when I left my village and went into the wide world, my name became Silla. Also, I was called Sylvie, and then I was called Bee, because our baby couldn't say Sylvie, she could only say Bee. So Jean's sister calls me Bee today. So yeah, I have had a lot of names, but I didn't know that Priscilla was not my name until I went to get my birth certificate and I was looking for Priscilla Wakefield. Well, there's no one by that name. So I thought, who the hell am I? Well, what's my name? And then I found it was Pirihira. So that's my real name. And apparently it became that my grandmother took me to be registered, and she changed it to her name. So I'm named after my grandmother.
Oh, very cool. Alright. Childhood friends, are you still in touch with any of them?
Yes, actually I am.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, I was bridesmaids for one, and we're still friends today.
Wow.
Yeah, it's school from junior school. Yeah.
Did you have a favourite family member?
I did. That I could go and consult with her, and it was my mother's sister, my Auntie Nancy. I could talk to her.
A lot of families have traditions. Did your family have any traditions coming up? That's a yes.
Actually, yes, we did. Especially Christmas. We had to, and I still try and do it today, to dress nicely for Christmas Day. We always had to dress nicely for Christmas Day. And one thing that we always used to have on the Christmas table was one whole chicken, and that's all my father ate. Was a whole chicken. So every Christmas there was one whole chicken there for Dad to eat, who used to come home haurangi from all his visits around the motu and come home and have his kai, and that's all he had.
Oh, okay.
And that was traditional. Yeah.
That's quite a nice simple one for humble upbringing, for humble beginnings.
Yeah.
Just make sure you got that chicken there, because that's...
Dad always wanted, that's all he
Wow.
had, was one whole chicken, and he ate the lot.
Alright, we're going to move on to your school life now. Take us a walk through all your schools.
Wow. I only went to one school, that was Porangahau, and it's still going today.
Wow.
Yep. And then I went to boarding school.
Ah, which one?
I had a choice of going to Hukarere or to Waiponamu in Christchurch. And because I was wanting to go away from home, don't ask me why, but I just wanted to get away from home, and I chose to Waiponamu. So I was there for 3 3/4 years. I left before school C.
Oh, yes, so...
I didn't sit school certificate.
So this was secondary school.
Yeah. So I was a boarder, yeah.
Alright. Do you remember your first day of school?
Actually, no, I don't. No, I don't remember my first day. Yeah.
Getting dropped off and crying straight away? You didn't want to be there?
Yeah, no. I don't really remember much of my littlies.
Alright.
It's later on in life, that's when I think I came to life.
It's still banging away now.
Yeah.
How were you as a student? Did you have a favourite subject?
How was I as a student? Well, I have to be quite honest, I was dumb. Really dumb. I know myself, but I did like writing. I hated maths because and I sort of liked English. I don't know why I liked English, but no, I wasn't a very good student, I'm afraid. My days weren't very good at school. I hated school.
Hated school?
Yeah, I didn't like school.
Well, saying that, the next question is, did you ever get into trouble in class at school? I'm thinking that's going to be a resounding yes.
Well, I was, and still am, quite chubby at school, and I was bullied. So I was quite a softie. Nervous. quite a softie, and I used to go home crying to Dad, and he taught me how to box.
Oh, wow.
Because my grandfather was a boxer, and he taught his sons. And then I went home, and Dad said, "You see these?" And he put my fist up, and he said, "Use them." And I didn't stop. I kept using them at school. No more bullying.
Wow. Every school had one. Who was the meanest teacher that you encountered in your school life?
Meanest teacher.
Was there a mean teacher in your school?
Yeah, there was, because I always used to get the strap. But I can't remember their name. I probably deserved the strap because you get a strap on the hand. So I deserved it. So I can't really say he was the meanest because it was self-inflicted. So no, I don't have a teacher that was mean. I deserved what I got, I guess, because I was naughty.
Did you have any mentors or idols, people you held in high regard during that time? Maybe someone you learned the most from?
At school or in life?
Yep, at school.
At school.
Favourite teacher, perhaps?
Yeah. And he sort of, yes, Mr. Patterson, I probably could say, because he taught me music, sort of music and things.
This was at Waipainam?
Oh, no, that's at the primary school.
Oh, back to...
you're talking about college? I do... Okay. Yeah, sorry.
Mr. Patterson back in Porangahau.
Yeah. Des Patterson.
Des Patterson.
Yeah, I remember.
Do you have any personal achievements in this time that you found satisfying, no matter how little or insignificant?
Yeah. When I left college, I always wanted to, because I like people, I like to say I'm a people's person, and I wanted to always be either a doctor or a nurse. And I became a nurse, actually, and I did my nursing in the Napier Hospital. But I was only, I only did 18 months because I was young and haurangi. and that overtook my career. So so I just gave it up. But I loved nursing. And I think I still remember a lot of it today. Not that it's, I mean, everything's more modern now than the time that I was nursing, but I loved my nursing. And I loved nursing men because they weren't so bitchy like the old ladies.
All right. So now we've moved into work, your employment history. Let's just get a brief outlook of all your different jobs up until now. Okay. Can you take us on that journey?
Yeah. Okay, well, rewinding back to my first job, my father had a sharing contract, so I worked for my dad in the sharing shed, and I became a professional rouseabout, I suppose you could call it. It was my first profession.
Well, that's where the big money was.
And then I thought, oh God, I'm out of here. So a friend and I, we did the South Island of looking for jobs and found jobs. Believe it or not, I was quite a shy person. So my first job down in the South Island was working in a restaurant, and you had to call out the orders.
Oh, yes.
I was too shy to call out the orders. So I was actually told to get another job. So I went down the road and got another job, and it was in a meat factory, and it was the same boss that sacked me. But I lasted at that job, and then I went, after that, I left that, and I went tobacco picking down in Nelson, not Motueka, in a little, I forget the name of the little place, tobacco picking, yeah, I did that. And then after that, I went shearing again down the South Island. Then I came home for my 21st, and then I ended up in Wellington.
Wow, we're only at 21.
The Toll Exchange, yeah, for 27 years in the Toll Exchange. And then I met up with this beautiful person, and we came to Brisbane.
Oh, very nice.
And I did a lot of work around here as well.
What was your worst job?
My worst
What was the
job?
one you didn't like much?
My worst job was probably tobacco picking. Because your hands are all gunky, you know, you couldn't, it was because you're out in the field, and but I mean, I was young then, you could cope, but I would probably say that would be the worst job.
So you would have had like nicotine, fingernails, and
all in your hands, but I still ended up a smoker.
That was my next question. So were you smoking back then? Or?
Yes, I did. Yeah, I was.
No doubt everyone on the farm was.
They did, yeah.
Maybe that's why they did it. Your favourite job, did you have a favourite?
Probably the Toll Exchange.
Toll Exchange.
I thought that was going to be me for life, but became redundant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you lasted that long then.
Yeah.
Do you have any favourite stories from any of your workplaces?
The only thing I can sort of think of is Vizzy, working in Vizzy, downstairs, and working with Vizzy is a recycle place, and I was a cleaner there, and they knew that Kiwis don't like snakes. So they put this where they knew where I'd clean, and they put a rubber snake there, and it nearly gave me a heart attack. And it dropped on me. So I wanted to wrap it around their neck and choke them.
Let's get into the fun stuff now. Okay, what is your most petty crime?
My most petty crime? Well, I think... Yeah, I used to do a bit of whānako, if that's a good word. Whānako. I was petty stealing in our little dairy shop in Porangahau. Taking...
shoplifting, first degree?
I did. Lollies mainly.
Did they catch you?
No money though.
Oh, okay. That's good. Okay. You just got struck by lightning, and you've woken up with superpowers. What are they?
I've just woke up with superpowers. Zap, you're rich.
There you go. Money bags.
You're rich and happy.
You go. If Hollywood movie directors wanted to put your life story in a movie, who would you want to play you?
Who would I want to play?
Yeah, who would you want to act as you in the movie? Yeah.
Oh, well, probably a singer. I've always loved to be able to sing.
Okay.
So I would pick, because I've got big boobs, so I'd be Dolly Parton.
Alright. Everyone has a song or two that is close to their hearts, and lyrics can sometimes match life events or a specific mood during a time period, perhaps a fond memory. Give us a song or two that are near and dear to your heart and why.
Well, I've always liked Cilla Black and Lulu.
Oh.
So,
Holy girls.
Step inside, love. Show me the way. I mean, favourite singers, and I can't remember the name of them.
Don't worry.
I thought that was the name of it. Is that not the name of it?
I've never heard it before, so
Oh,
that's why I'm
sorry. Oh, okay. I think it is Step Inside Love, isn't it? Yeah.
Step Inside Love. That was probably one of Cilla Black's songs.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Okay, now we're going to move into then and now, where we talk about things as they were back then and how it kind of translates to now. Times always change, but some things stay the same. What would be your opinion?
I think the times changed when they took the discipline away. You know, kids today, I feel, are not disciplined, and I think that's when a lot of trouble has started and is still going on today. So I reckon smacking doesn't hurt nobody. Smack on the old Kimu, give it to them. If they deserve it, give it. But that's been taken away, and the kids can sue their parents if they smack them. So I think that's definitely wrong.
Yeah. Okay, what is something from our past eras that should be brought back? I think you kind of touched on it there with...
Yeah.
Well, would you move that into schools as well? Bring back the strap and, maybe not the cane, because that was
not the cane, but I think it's all discipline, I mean, if you deserve the strap, well, what's wrong with a tap on the hand? Or, I don't know. It's just got out of hand, really. Crime is so big today.
Have you ever broken a habit? What was it? What were your challenges?
Oh, yeah, I think I've broken lots of habits, yeah. I went cold turkey on smoking. That was me.
How long ago?
Maybe 6 years now.
Really?
Yeah. But there's a reason, if I can go into the reason why I stopped smoking, because I loved smoking. I really did love it. I liked my smoking. I wasn't a heavy smoker. Just like to have a cigarette and a coffee. But when I went to the Outback, I went on the vapor smoke, and my vapor broke. Now, being in the country, you can't buy that sort of thing. So, consequently, I had nothing. But do you know, I was a little bit dumb, because I could have gone and buy me a packet of smokes. I never even thought about the packet of smokes. All I was worried about was my vapor. I had broken it, and I couldn't buy another one. So
cold turkey by isolation.
Yeah, exactly. So that's how I stopped smoking.
No, only prisoners are that lucky. 5 years, I think it is.
Okay.
Your body should be as if you never smoked.
Oh, choice. Thank you for that.
That's what I found out through my junior.
Oh, cool. So I'm pure again.
Yeah, we just have to find a way to get that weight off. Because now we love food more than smoking.
Oh, exactly.
What is something, a trend, a behaviour that you don't see the appeal to? What is something you don't just grasp the concept of?
Well, it's the people, I mean, I was talking the other day and I watched this woman. There was the escalator, okay? This lady standing there, escalator. Should walk towards the escalator, someone will come along, she'll step back. And then someone else, she'll go towards the escalator to get on it. And she was just out of it, man. She was scared that person was COVID or whatever. Yeah. But people are just
too cautious.
Over it. I mean, it's okay to be cautious, but that to me was ridiculous. You can be walking in a crowd and people will jump across. This me, hey, I'm not diseased. Yeah. It's ridiculous, but anyway, that's my thing.
Society is going to be like that for a little while yet. While it's still going.
Sure.
But yeah, that is a great point. Great point. I think it makes, being from New Zealand, we're very physical, affectionately that way, and
exactly.
We don't need anybody harm. We'll quite willingly and unexpectedly go pat someone on the back, and give them a bit of a cuddle.
I don't agree with the elbow. I really hate that elbow thing. I don't like it. If they go like that, I'll go, kia ora. Oh, stink.
Okay. If you could spend a day with someone alive or not, fiction or true, sorry, who would it be?
Whoa. I have to say, other than my parents, I mean, I'd love to have my parents, but other than them, there's a friend that a gay friend, and I would really love him to be back with us again. He was just so adorable, so loving, so funny, and I mean, there's lots that you miss. I mean, I'd love to have them here, but yeah, that's probably one I can remember out of hundreds.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
If only for a day.
Only for a day, yeah.
Okay, do you have a bucket list? And if you do, do you have one?
I don't have a bucket list. I'm terrible, I don't. I see people with bucket lists and I'm thinking, there's only... Yeah, no, I don't, sorry.
If you did, do you think you've ticked anything off yet?
Or let's say I'm in the process of trying.
Book our tickets, we go.
Yeah.
Last question, and probably the most important question of the show. If you were to leave behind a recording of your most important thoughts and wisdoms for future generations, what knowledge would you pass on to them?
Probably, I'd like them to be respectful. Always treasure their parents. No matter where you are, always treasure your parents. To me, is my thing, and I say to the kids today: look after your parents, respect your parents, because when they're not here, it's too late. Kia ora, Tane.
Very good. Pirihira Wakefield, thank you for coming on our show today and sharing your thoughts and memories on how the journey's been so far. This is Never Thought to Ask, the Senior Narratives. Thanks, guys. Bye.